still a lot of stigma
Yes.
attached to emotional health. And usually we think of stigma as being attached to mental illness, right? So stigma is attached to schizophrenia and bipolar disorder and depression. True. But it's attached to the small things as well. And here's an example. Crying. Now, what does crying mean? If something bad happens and they start crying, our automatic assumption for most people is, oh, they're emotionally weak.
Yes.
But actually, here's the answer. Let's say two people failed at trying to get the same job. And one of them started crying, and the other one didn't. But the one who started crying was crying because they were really, really frustrated and they really wanted that job so much. And after they stop crying, they're going to go back and they're going to work really hard at how they can get that job. And they're going to really try and they're going to go out and they're going to get it. And the person who wasn't crying, who seemingly is stronger, is like, well, I guess that job's not for me. I'm not capable, so I'm not even going to try again. Now, which of those two people is stronger emotionally? Now, I would say the first one, even though they cried. The crying is a sign of your arousal mechanism, your response in the moment. Emotional strength, you see it over time. You see how people bounce back, not how they react in the first moment. You know, in the first moment you might be shocked, but you might be upset. But if it takes you 5 minutes to gather yourself and then you come back strong, I would say that that's a much stronger person than the person who seems to, be okay, but then actually doesn't follow through, doesn't persist, concludes negative things about themselves. So our general perception of what emotional strength is skewed. We don't even have an accurate, real sense of it. We judge by, somebody crying or reacting in the moment as opposed to, persistence and those kinds of things. So there's a lot that we need to do in terms of education. For me, the most obvious thing is in most countries in the Western world, kids are in school for 10 to 12 years. Now, I know it's important to teach them history and math and science, and I'm all for that. But my goodness, can't we teach them life? Can't we teach them how to deal with failure or with rejection or with loneliness? Can't we teach them how strong relationships are formed and maintained? Can't we teach them how to interact in social groups and how to and what happens in adolescence that makes people want to be very judgmental and bully other people? Can't we address all these things that we know them? Why aren't we teaching that in school? Why isn't teaching life and emotional life the most important thing we do when we have children in school for 12 years? Because we don't teach any of it really. And to me, that's the obvious place where things need to change.